It is 1 a.m. and I am rethinking my life choices. Hi. It's 11:54. We're so tired. We went to collect our Juve packages earlier this evening, and it took forever. It was not a great experience. We were playing with Bouillon Madness. We collected 4 packages. We already took one over to our other cousin. I'm not pleased, but I'm hoping that the entire experience will redeem itself. The line was really long, yes, but the number of staff they had working, how organized they were, it wasn't good at all. Even in terms of the packages, like the t-shirt sizes are off. A lot of the stuff that was supposed to come in the packages aren't there. The style of the t-shirt it's just all over the place, to be honest. I'm going to show you what we got. We have a cap. There is a bottle. Don't love it, but I've gotten these bottles from other Juve troops, and my thing is, this package was not cheap. It was pretty expensive. It was more expensive than some of the others that we were looking at. But last year, when we saw them on the road, they had like a lot of paint and powder and flour, and I really like that in a Juve troop. Like, it's the typical Antigua Carnival bottle sponsored by Oasis. Then there is a chit for breakfast, and then there is your Nature Carnival band. So you get a whistle. Why do I feel like this? You get a whistle, and then like a teeny tiny shower cap. Not sure how many, and that's it. There is the shirt. Is this mine? Yeah. So this shirt says extra large, but it's the smallest size shirt that they have. And the material, and it's like one of those cheaper kind of athletic material, very thin. Don't love it, but we'll make it work. So, and then like Alice, Celine, and Joy, they all ended up getting the same size shirt because it was this one as the smallest size that they had. That one as the smallest size. And then this material is completely different from this. This is more of like a cotton type material. I prefer the feel of this one. And this was the next size up from the shirt that I got. I am hoping that Juve goes much smoother than the collection process. So yeah, these are the packages. I'm hoping we still end up having a really good time. I hope that tonight is not foreshadowing our entire experience. So as we said, it's probably 12 o'clock now. We are heating up some pizza, probably have some wine, and then going to bed. Well, we're going to bed. Celine is going out gallivanting. Hi. It has been almost 24 hours since I last updated you. I think the last thing that you saw was me going through the Juve packages that we received. It is now Sunday night at like 8:10. Today was the day. It was the day I ended up having to work, and I got home at maybe 6:37. Because I had to work today, we decided to give away our Party Monarch tickets. So we gave those tickets away so somebody else could enjoy the show, because it would have just been too much for me to go to work and then go to Party Monarch and then go to Juve. Like, So I'm going to eat something. Al is doing like some air fried chicken and fries. I'm going to have that for dinner because the only thing I've had today is like a little bit of pepper pot earlier in the day. So I'm going to eat, then try to take a nap. Good morning. It is 1 a.m. and I am rethinking my life choices. Wearing this swimsuit, old pair of cutoff shorts, I think some fishnets, t-shirt, their hat ironically matches the insane pouch, so I'm going to be wearing that.
Watch your foot in the corner. Your function, your words.
Osaka, so she was like, yeah, she was like, sure, you do, like, definitely you do, right? And I was like, yeah.
So we just got sorry. We just got to the beach. We're going to try to wash as much of this off of us as possible. I think Selena and I fell asleep a little bit. Ale did not fall asleep because he was driving. But we're going to tell you all about our experience, but maybe later. Right now, I can barely string together a sentence. So beach time. So it is a few hours later. Allah is making some pilau. I'm working on some coleslaw, and I think there's some steamed plantains. So I slept for a good chunk of the evening. I think we got home at maybe 11:30 after showering and washing my hair. I slept until maybe 3:34. So I had a real, definitely needed that. In terms of how the day was, it was pretty good. We got to the mass camp at about 2:30. We got to the mass camp. We had breakfast, which was pretty good. They had like a chicken soup option, they had porridge, and then they had a more traditional breakfast with pancakes, sausages, boiled eggs, and veggies. I had the chicken soup and I tasted the breakfast. The pancake breakfast, the chicken soup was really good. As per usual with a lot of the groups, so we left a little early, a little late rather, which was early. We left a little late, so we're supposed to get onto the road, or the parade starts at 3. I think maybe 3:34 is when we finally got onto the road. How was the experience? Maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, mainly because of how disorganized they were. I didn't love that. And then even in terms of the music was good on and off. When it was great, but then half the time it wasn't good at all. They would have people singing on the mic that weren't very good, so it definitely felt more like karaoke. I think my biggest problem is that a lot of what was advertised wasn't delivered. There was no water truck. There was a foam truck, but it did not work. I don't know if it malfunctioned. For the first 4 or so hours, it literally felt like a walkathon on and off. It was not. It wasn't the vibe. I think maybe around 7:30, 8 o'clock is when things started to pick up. And mind you, Juve ends at 10, and we started at 3-4. That's when they got like the paint, the powder, the confetti. And when I'm going to Juve to get nice and dirty. If I want to chip behind a truck, I'll go to a t-shirt mask. So I didn't love that. But when they brought out the paint, the powder, it definitely got much better. I enjoyed myself way more. And the thing is, I normally bring my own vibes, but the vibes, they were very dead. They were very dead up until like the paint, the powder, and stuff like that came. Should I say they were very dead? It was on and off, on and off. It was on and off. It's not what I paid for. Would I go back? Probably not. Would I encourage you to? You can probably check it out. As I said, when we saw them last year, they looked really good, which is why we wanted to go with them. But I think moving forward, I'll probably just go with more established groups that I know for sure are going to do what needs to be done. I went with Chatterbox before, and that was a 10 out of 10 experience. That was actually my first Juve experience. So I don't know if maybe that has spoiled me. But we're looking at going with Chatterbox this year. But I said, you know what? This group looked really good last year. Let's give them a try. As I mentioned, towards the end, the last 2.5 hours, really good. Really, really, really good. If it had been that way throughout the entire experience, I definitely would have put them up there. Not at a 10, but maybe like an 8. And I would have considered going back, but nah, I've been... And I don't want to sound like a downer, but that was my experience. I really wanted to love it, which is why I recommended that we go with them. But from the package collection process, why is it taking me 3 hours to collect a package and then half the stuff isn't in the package? Didn't love that. We'll probably have a nice show day tomorrow. And then as soon as I'm done with this, we'll eat because we are super hungry. I don't think we've had anything to eat since we stopped on the road in town. So Celine just came out. Celine just came out from her second nap of the day. She wasn't out here when I was talking about my experience, but I wanted to hear from her what she rated it. And we haven't really discussed it because we've been too busy sleeping. But no, let me pass you the mic.
Okay, so I would rate it a 4. Right? No, that's not a fair rating because I left halfway through to go to. It's insane. Insane.
Why did you leave?
Because the vibes were dead. They were supposed to have a foam truck. Well, they did have a foam truck. It seems as if that was malfunctioning. And like I was waiting for the paint.
Did I lie?
I was waiting for the powder. And like the music. So like when one of my friends came to get me, they're like, "Is a walkathon your at? How much you contributed?"
And those were the thoughts that I had. That it feels like a walkathon, and we didn't have this conversation.
Yes, he's like, why you raising money for Miss? It's an expensive walkathon. But then when I was done with Insane and I came back, I realized they were like full of powder and flour and stuff like that.
And that's what you want
For the whole thing. Exactly. Yeah. But the ending part seemed if they had kept up that energy for the whole thing from beginning to end, I would have rated it a 8. Yeah.
I rated it a 7.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's a generous 7.
Mm-hmm.
I rated it a 7 because when it was dirty, it was nice.
Yeah. Dirty. What do you call it? Dirty Juve? Dirty Jam?
Well, to me, that's what Juve is.
Yeah.
If you're not nice and dirty, it's a t-shirt.
That's how I'm going to Grenada next.
Celine says we're going to Grenada next. Well, Grenada for Juve.
Yeah.
So, steamed plantain, pilau, pulsa, yum.